Hop on with us as we dive into the latest topics, share some laughs, and bring you insightful conversations in and around the realm of ag. From down-home wisdom to cutting-edge tech, we've got what you need to fuel your curiosity. So tune in, relax, and let's kick back. On the Tailgate, presented by Wade Incorporated.
Welcome back to another episode on the Tailgate. I'm your host, Cade Moody, co-host Gaston Line, and in the producer slot, Riggs Ware. And Riggs brought his dad on the show today, Mr. Danny Ware.
Bring your dad to work.
Bring your dad to work day. But Mr. Danny just happens to be the two-time pumpkin grower of the state of Mississippi, and what's record holder, largest pumpkin. And what's the title from the second place in the competition in Kentucky? What's that competition called?
Oh, the Howard Deal Award.
The Howard Deal Award.
That's kind of like
Two-time.
Right. That's kind of like the prettiest pumpkin. Howard Deal is the guy that kind of started giant pumpkins growing and kind of is the father of the competition or the hobby.
We are going to learn a lot today. We are going to learn a lot today because I have seen, whether social media, on TV, this time of year, everybody talks about or they show clips of the big pumpkin competitions. And I've just kind of always wondered what goes into this. And then I happened to meet Riggs when I started working here. And then this hobby kicked off for you, and I started seeing pictures. And I'm like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are massive.
They're big.
They're massive. And so, Mr. Danny, I kind of want to turn it over to you, and you just kind of tell us about yourself, where you're from. You can tell us some embarrassing stories of Riggs if you want to. That we'd be more than happy to leave that in.
Once again, I'm glad I can edit and cut it out.
But we want to hear about this pumpkin journey. How'd you get into it?
Well, at first of all, we was at the break room at work and was talking about the giant watermelons, And we looked it up on the internet. It's like, I could grow that. You could grow that. Then we saw the pumpkins, and I said, I think the weight for the record pumpkin was 438. Mm-hmm. And I said...
Rookie numbers.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty big.
Well, that's what I was about to say. You had to think that was large.
I thought it was large,
yeah.
But then I was looking at all the other states, and there were 2,000-pounders, 1,500-pounders, and all the southern states had 1,000 pounds or less. So I said, well, 438, I can beat that.
How long ago was this? When you were...
That's 2023.
Okay. Wow.
Very recent.
So from then, I watched YouTube videos day in, day out, day in, day out. Then I realized it might be a little harder than I thought because it's going to take, shade cloth and just a whole bunch of other stuff. But I run across one guy. He said, you just put some seeds in the ground and just cut all the spare pumpkins off or the extra pumpkins off and grow one, you probably could get 500 pounds. I said, okay, I'll do that. And that's what started.
So that when you first started it, was that a special pumpkin variety that you're not just going buying a seed from Tractor Supply?
No.
Okay.
I learned through the videos, of course, that you need to find a good seed provider. And so I started searching that and seeing, I guess, who and what was out there. Social
pumpkin
media
dealers.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like the black market, the black market of pumpkins.
It is. And then they have their genetics, but I think we'll talk about that in a little bit. But anyway, I said, well, I'll just get the biggest genetic seeds I could find, and they're like $40 a piece. It's like, okay,
No pressure.
One
It
seed.
just seems cheap, though.
yeah. Well, once you get into the 2,000-pound pumpkins or more, they get higher. You can get $100. I think the world record's $800 a seed.
My goodness, no pressure, man. I mean, I'd be out there, spraying your lawn and watching, like making sure there's no breeze or anything. How much prep work are you doing to your garden area? I mean, with soil samples, are you having to really pay attention to that?
You do a soil sample every year. You send it to West Coast Laboratories, which they have I don't know how they do it, but for giant pumpkins, and tells you what you need, and you amend your soil to that.
There's a whole parallel universe about giant pumpkins that I'm just now learning about. Mm-hmm. Black market seed dealers, soil laboratories.
Yeah.
competitions.
Before we get away from it, did any of your coworkers take up growing any of the other?
No, they all said I couldn't do it. And that was it's on now.
Yeah.
Kicked my
showed
wife
up.
out of her garden area. she has 5 feet now. I have 40 feet. So I kicked her out. But I mean, our garden, we have good dirt. Just no doubt we have real good dirt. I mean, we still have squash growing now from all summer. They're still growing. I was wanting to plow them under. She said, nope.
Yeah, mine petered out a while back. But
Do you want to talk about the specific seed that you had this past year? The, what is it, Toboyak or the
It's Toboyak.
Toboyak? Okay.
I think.
Okay.
What we've been calling it.
that's what we're going with.
Yep.
Well, yeah, your notes have got the pounds in front of the name, and then
Right.
who it was bred with. I think you could kind of explain that process a little bit.
Yeah, when you buy a seed, it's going to have the weight and the grower's last name. So
Okay.
the seed I grew for this year's pumpkin was a 2085 Toboyak. Okay. And then I cross-pollinated with the 1976 new. So that's almost a 2,000-pound pumpkin there.
Is that the one Carrie grew? What? It's the last name of the grower.
Oh,
In fact, nobody will get that in this podcast.
Okay, take it out.
No, we'll leave it in there. We'll leave it in there.
Her last name is New,
New.
and she works here.
Okay.
Nobody
Move
else
on.
will know that.
Move on.
It was a good joke. It was
If
a
I
good joke.
harvest the seeds from my pumpkin this year, it would be 1390.6 Ware.
That maybe, I think
And
next
that's-
time we have you on the podcast, that might be what we're discussing.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
We need a 2000er Ware.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's my. If we go to goals, I want to get 1,500 pounds is my low water mark, and 2,000 pounds is where I want to get to.
Was
This is wild.
500? Was that the goal the first year?
Yes,
And
500. It's all I want is 500, and I got 1,016.
2016.
Oh wow! And so tell us about and I don't want to jump ahead, but I do want to talk about that while we're talking about 2 years ago or last year. That was not the biggest pumpkin that you grew that year, correct?
Yeah, I grew one that's by the tape measure, it was bigger. Okay, and I guess we'll discuss how we kind of estimate the weight. But it was bigger, and I was going to save it for a way off that was a couple weeks out, but it had a bad spot, a rotten spot come up, and I didn't know how to treat it.
But it
First year grown pumpkin. Didn't know how to trade it.
but it was treatable. But you just didn't know.
Well, it's hit or miss.
Okay. Yeah.
If what I know now, what I didn't do is dig enough of the rod out and spray it and get it dry enough real quick, which I didn't do that. I didn't want to scar it.
Yeah.
You know,
I could see how. Yeah, we'd be nervous. It'd be a nervous operation there.
surgery.
We got to talk the planting date
Oh, yeah.
to harvest date.
Take us
Give
to the
us
calendar.
give us a timeline here on the whole process. You kind of got it on a calendar here for us, but help us understand.
Yeah, so we kind of just started our seeds on March the 10th of this year, okay? And to start a seed, you got to soak them, you got to sand them, sand the edges so the moisture will get into the seed. Put them in a grow tent or what do you, I don't know what you call it, a little plastic
He's got a mini greenhouse in the downstairs den.
inside, yeah.
So you started there.
Yeah. Frost and what I did last year versus this year, I got it out in the garden quick as I could versus a month inside. So the roots would take better.
How big's your pot or whatever you're growing it in? As far as
Well, the first year, a big pot, But the second year, I knew I wasn't going to leave it inside as long. So you want to get the first true leaf to come out, so you know which way. You've got to plant it a certain way. Your vine grows the way you want it.
oh my gosh, there's so much thought in
That's
this.
something I didn't even know. You have to plant it in certain directions?
Yeah, your first true leaf will come up, okay, and then the opposite of that, your vine's going to grow.
I always wondered how you made them go a certain direction.
Because you need them. I mean, how much? Like, what kind of room are we talking about when this thing's growing? How much space are you needing?
I had 2 plants in 1,600 square feet, so it's like 800 square
Holy
feet.
smokes.
And
You got to throw up a picture. I've seen them before.
Yeah, we'll throw a
Yeah.
picture somewhere.
yeah, I forget what question we was on.
Talking the calendar, kind of
Yeah,
start
well,
to
anyway,
finish.
yeah. As you can see, we started seed in March, and then we transplanted outside the 31st. Okay,
2 weeks, 3 weeks later.
right. Yeah. So anyway, after you get it transplanted, you have to build a tent around it because you don't need cold nights or frost sneak up on you. You're out. It's like that.
But it's in the element. You're not keeping the bugs out of it with any kind of a screen or anything. I mean, you're having to.
I
you're having to
have
manage
like
those.
it's like 5 foot by 6 foot PVC pipe rolled over with sheets on top and got all the ends covered. So
Okay. A little bit of a barrier.
yeah, a wind would come and ruin your day.
Right.
And I mean, you want to cry, but there's no crying in pumpkin growing. I mean, I'm serious. I mean, there's.
I know what. That's going to be the
what's-
soundbite. That's going to be the soundbite for the episode.
The thing is, he says that every all year throughout the year. Mom will be like, "Hey, quit." And he's like, "There's no crying and pumpkin growing. We've got this."
Just got to keep on trucking along.
It's gonna. I mean, both years I grew 2 pumpkins and only one made it to the scale.
And
Both times.
just it's a matter of time when neither one. Unfortunately,
Right.
It's just because you have 2 plants.
Negative Nelly.
I'm just saying. I'm just.
Next year, both are making it.
Yeah, it might be both.
I'm just saying.
If that happens, there will be crying and pumpkin will be growing.
Yeah.
All right, so we're through April now. We're into May. You got talk to us about the pollination.
Okay, yeah.
Well, but before the pollination, you're trying to grow the biggest plant you can. Okay. You want roots down in the ground. Soil prep, as far as before you plant, we till this thing up and make it just as fluffy, light dirt as possible. Just because you want those roots just to go. You want them to go down and just make more straws for the plant or for the pumpkin. After you plant, I won't even walk on the dirt. I'll lay boards down to walk on.
Don't want to compact it. Yeah.
Yeah, bigger boards distribute more weight.
Bigger men.
I've seen some guys take a piece of wood and nail shoes to them so they would walk with a piece of wood underneath so they can walk around and do whatever they got to do. Because it's a lot of you got to bury your vines. At every leaf, where the leaf comes up, you have a root that's going down.
Had no idea.
And if you put dirt on top of that with some nutrients and fertilizer and whatever, a root will come out the top and then go down.
So your vine that's growing back is putting roots down
Right.
at the same time.
Right. Your vine is traveling wherever you want it to go. You have secondaries that come off. And you bury everything on the main vine and the secondary vine. Now, the tertiaries, I don't know what the word is, but you clip those off. You don't want no more vines. It's the third vine.
Like like on a tomato. Your little
Right. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, they got a name. I can't remember it.
But you cut those off so you don't want your plant to suck up nutrients to make plants because you're going to try to fill the space up and then you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you only want the value adding parts of that plant there.
Exactly.
Right.
So in those early months, are you hitting it with fertilizer at the start, or are you relying what's in the soil already and then letting it kind of start? What's the process?
Well, when I do my soil sample, send it off, they tell me what I need as far as your NP and K. They give you some other suggestions, and if you can find it, really I didn't look into that much because I just wanted the nitrogen and potassium and all that. That's all I really put into it. But they give you a list of things. I should have brought a soil test, a list of things you can do to get it to where you need to start. But as far as I put a lot of biologicals in there, fish emulsions, and just any kind of biologicals I could find that would help my soil.
And that's like preseason kind of.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Just to build up that profile.
And
What's your main thing you put the big ticket item that you put in there?
Oh, don't make him give away any trade
The
secrets. now.
secret sauce.
CalMax, it's calcium and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But I was shooting a shot at Miracle Grow in there every feeding.
That's right. Can't beat that.
I thought we were doing. I thought you had.
At this point, it's
Cotton
like kitchen
gin
sink
trap.
approach.
Well, yeah. All right. The first year I didn't have. I just planted. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the
Okay.
second year.
The second year, I was able to get a hold of some cotton gin trash, which nobody in the pumpkin world has.
Oh, secret sauce.
Yeah, I need some more.
Yeah,
Bleep that out. Bleep it
Yeah,
out.
we'll take that out.
No, I need some. I don't know where to get it from or somebody to haul it for me. But
We can hook you up there.
Oh, for sure.
what I
Yeah.
told him.
Who wants to sponsor the Pumpkin King?
yeah, I went to Belzona to a cotton gin, and I went in and dug into that stuff, and it just smelled so earthy. You know,
And look, the heat coming off. I mean, there's
yeah,
so much
yeah.
activity in that stuff. It's
right.
crazy.
So I bought a dump truck load. Why not? Once you spread it out, it's not, it's I need two, But I tilled all that in this year, and I put a lot of that bionutrients in there. Just watered it in before and during the grow. I'd put a little here, and then next couple of weeks I'll put some more in there. I was scared to overdo it.
Yeah.
But because I just don't know.
Well, is that so? You're not. I thought you were kind of putting it in every day. How often you watering?
Oh, that's,
I have a timer.
So daily.
First year, second year. First year, out in the morning with the water hose and the sprinkler.
Yeah.
Turn it on. Tell my wife, go turn it off when you get up.
Yeah.
Found the timers, put the timers on there this year. I actually have an injector that goes into my watering system that I put all my nutrients, fertilizers, or whatever I want to add to the plant, and it just automatic feeds.
Gotcha.
So
it's you make it sound so simple because
that didn't sound that simple.
well he calls me. He's got to go up and see my sister up in Nashville. He's like, I need to teach you how to water the pumpkin. I'm like, okay, water the pumpkin. It's pretty simple. Well, we get out there and there's 5 or 6 valves on this big wooden board. You got a troller motor going inside of this 55-gallon drum. You got to pull this hose out, but you can't have cold water going in. You want warm water. And turn the troller motor on while this valve turns on.
The trolling motor is just an agitator?
Yes, that's all it
you can buy one for
going crazy.
You can buy one for $2,000, or you can go to Marketplace and get one for $25 and
rig it up.
works great.
And then timer's got to be turned on. Then all of a sudden, there's big sprinklers pop
I think you
up.
sent me a picture of this contraption.
I probably
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can find it.
Yeah. Throw one.
We'll have
up.
to throw it in here. If for the listeners, if y'all aren't watching the video part of this podcast, for
this
this
would be
one,
one to watch.
I recommend that you hop on YouTube or Spotify and watch it because we're gonna have some crazy images, especially when we get to the size of this finished product here in a
Well,
little bit.
it's a challenge because you want to make it as easy as possible for you to do all these things.
daily.
Yeah,
I mean,
I mean, I was, like I said, before daybreak, I'm out there moving water hoses everywhere, and then in the evening time, you had to do it. This year, actually, I had drip tape the first year, but that was a catastrophe. I mean, because I was hoeing weeds, I cut the drip tape. That just didn't work, so I had to go with some kind of overhead watering.
So there's no risk of getting the vegetation or anything wet. You're not having to water from underneath. I didn't know with the competition pumpkin if you needed to stay.
Well, if your plant stays wet a lot, you get the powdery mildew, which is chemical for that.
Okay, got you.
Give or take.
Got you. All right. Well, let's keep easing down the calendar here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know.
Kind of spoke
where
on
are
daily routines.
Yeah. So So on the daily stuff. So when do you pick? Because I know. So I was thinking about my the name of the branch on the tomato plant just a second ago, but it slipped my mind again. But when do you pick which pumpkin stays and which ones you
once
get rid of?
First, you want to get so many feet away from your stump or your main vine or your where you plant. It's called the stump. Mm-hmm. Okay, where it comes out of the ground.
Sucker vines, suckers. That's what I'm thinking about. All the tomatoes that you harvest. So
right.
it just came to my mind. So yeah, when do you get rid of the sucker pumpkins?
That's right. Well, once you get to where you want to go as far as away from the stump, you start looking at the pumpkins, try to get the best round one or whatever one just looks good. If it has any kind of odd shape to it, you probably don't want that because it's going 10 times that.
How big are they when you're making these calls, roughly? Like a baseball or tennis ball? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But, I mean, as far as let's just talk about pollination a minute. Once you figure out you want to pollinate this one, you have to, what I do, there's people take a Dixie cup and fold the flowers in and put it over. But you can tell a flower by the green and yellow when it's going to open the next day. So what I do is I take a 1 gallon paint strainer and put over it and cover it. I'll put that over the female flowers because the bees will beat you to it. Mm. You don't want someone else's pollen.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Because if you're going to sell the seeds, you got to have it controlled pollination. It's
got to be a Toboic new.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. See, I had to take the new flower, the male flowers, and put it on the Toboic female pumpkin flower. So
you're out there. I mean, that's a lot of vine that you're having to hunt down female flowers and keep them capped or hidden or.
Yeah, well, you see the ones you want, and they're not going to open until you know they're going to open. You can pretty well tell when the yellow flower starts turning green on the end. You know it's going to open the next day. I hadn't missed one yet, as far as opening. So it's pretty neat.
Fascinating.
My mother. Hats off to my mother-in-law. She's always not working. I am on pollination day. Got her trained up pretty good.
Little shout out there to the mother-in-law.
Wassy.
Just to run home real quick and
right. But since we're talking about pollination, my second plant this year, I was going to pollinate it 2 weeks after I pollinated this one, and it got too hot.
Oh.
And I couldn't get it. They would take, and then the pumpkin would abort 2 or 3 days after. I did that for a month and a half trying to get something to pollinate, and I couldn't do it. Wow. So that plant was a bust.
That's crazy.
It is. So what's your day start? What time in the morning does your day start?
4:30. Well, that's because I have to go to work.
Okay. And how long?
So I just run. I can have my mix, whatever I'm fertilizing with or whatever amendments I want to put in there.
Yeah.
I have it already set up. I just turn the trolling motor on, mix her up, and turn it on for 2 hours, and it turns off by itself. So then I come home and do the same thing.
Yeah, but you say that, but you spend hours, if not
burying vines,
2 or 3 hours a day. Some days.
In the afternoon, probably.
Yeah, in the afternoon.
Yeah, I mean, you're one of big problem this year is weeds, and the year before weeds. I don't know how to not have weeds. I mean, you can pull them. Yeah, I'm gonna get it, but you get behind on it, and you never catch up. So the weeds is and burying the vines. That's time consuming. Cutting all the third vine off, cutting all those off. It just takes a lot of time. I have an extra dirt pile that has manure in it, other amendments in it that I use. I go dig that up, put it in my wheelbarrow, take it to the plant, bury the vine, and then water it in.
And you got to be gentle with them because, I mean, they're still a plant. And pretty sure the new state record, Peaches, is what this one was called.
Yeah, I named it Peaches.
You cracked the vine or the stem, didn't you?
It did crack.
And you sewed it back together or something.
Well,
or something.
Well, if it cracks laterally with it, it's okay. But if it goes across the grain, That's over.
Oh, yeah.
So
like a split versus a
yeah, it's more of a split. It's where it bent over. The wind blew it. It bent over, and it had a split going down the side.
He didn't cry.
It's no crime.
loud.
It was close.
Not loud.
You're not
It was
allowed.
close.
But what you have to do is spray it with alcohol or peroxide and put a fan on it. I have fans running 24/7 on the stump or the pumpkin.
Really?
Yeah, if you sleep with a box fan, you go out there and take a nap. You got 4 of them jokers ginning.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Is that helping with pests also? I don't know what kind of pests we'll get on a pumpkin, but
squash vine borers.
Oh, those are miserable.
You got cucumber beetles and yeah.
I mean, it's probably
Is that not the name of it, really?
I have no clue.
There's 3. It's like squash vine borers, cucumber beetles, and
I just know you can walk in his office and he's got blown up pictures of bugs with circles on it for good. X's for bags.
They got bounties on them.
Yeah, it's like kill, not kill. You know.
yeah. So
Are there some that are helping? No.
not
Not
in my
really.
neighborhood.
Okay,
I would
I'm just
say,
making sure.
Typically,
when you
the bees
say
are
that.
your friend, but not in this case.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, they are come pollination, but you don't use them to pollinate. You try to be friendly to bees. You try not to poison while they're out. So, but I have a insecticide I use maybe every 2 weeks. Fungicide I use probably about every 2 weeks, and I use a little fogger. I'll fog it on. Usually late in the evening times when all the bees are gone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm looking at this calendar, and my mind goes to, could we get like a live stream of this thing?
It's in the works.
I've seen some time lapses.
Well, I mean, he's
Not
got
of
over
this-
here
not
on
of
the
this
side average per day.
Yeah.
That's an
crazy.
insane amount.
Yeah,
now,
so-
I don't know how
so for the-
visible
for
For
that
the ones
would be.
listening,
For the listeners, we're talking 25 pounds a day is
Yes.
what this thing is putting on in peak season.
And they can put 50 pounds a day. I mean, if you think about it, if I can just get this up 10 more pounds a day, hey, we're going somewhere.
I mean, that's at the peak when it's growing its fastest. You're talking about 8% or so of the size of the pumpkin is what it's doing a day.
you can walk out there in the morning,
And
put a Coke
watch it.
can next
Yeah.
to it, and then come back that evening. That Coke can's been pushed.
I've seen time lapses of people's before. I think with your abilities, Riggs, I think surely you can pull
Sure,
something
we
like
can
that
do
off.
it.
Yeah, that's how you, instead of just tell the people that you get an estimated weight by this thing called OTT, over the top measurements. There's 3 measurements you take front from the ground, over the front of the pumpkin to the back to the ground, and then from the side from the ground over to the other side. And a 3rd measurement would be the circumference. We have a chart, and it kind of gives you your
A little estimate there.
yeah, your estimated weight. But instead of doing that every day, you set a Coke can, an inch from the pumpkin. You come out the next day and it's touching. So, we grew an inch. That way, you can tell your plant or your pumpkin is still growing.
Wow.
Now, it gets more difficult the bigger it is because 20 pounds on a 1,000-pound pumpkin is not going to show.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
A funny thing that happened is I think my pumpkin was 18% heavy. When we went to the weigh off, they had me weigh in 4th. They start the smallest pumpkin first.
Yeah, I that's what I called Mom, and I was like, "Dang, Dad's not going to do very well this year because it's like when they bring them out, they try to bring them out the smallest to the biggest. That way, your crowd and all that
Because they hadn't weighed yet.
Yeah,
Yes.
you don't weigh it.
Your
You just bring it.
estimate,
And
yeah.
I was like, "Dang, Dad's is way down here, 4th. It's not going to be a good year." And then they weighed his, and it was 1390. I was like,
Yeah, see,
"Cool."
my personal estimated weight was 1185. Then when I got to the competition, they had me down as 1182. So that's pretty close. Okay. And they had me weigh in 4th, which the next guy come up, and I beat him. Then they put the next guy on. I beat him. So that's pretty good. But the guy that won, he had like a 1,600-pound pumpkin.
Yeah, 1,621. And it was estimated at 1604, so he must have been pretty uniform to be. It was pretty
Yeah.
dialed in.
Yeah.
No surprises there.
But what you can see on his percent heavy, I think you see it on there.
1%.
1%, yeah.
Yeah, so he was 2 chart. Now mine was 18% heavy.
And I mean,
Because you growing dense pumpkins down here.
He's
That's
got
what
right,
we do.
right. It's-
What thick walls?
Yeah.
Thick.
Yeah.
it's got to travel a long ways.
The funniest part is like I could, thump it and put my knee on the side, thump it, and it just sounded hollow. And I said, I tell my wife, it's going to be light. It's going to be light. It's going to be light. She won't let me let it down.
But, if we could figure out how to get a thick wall every year, we would do it. But I guess it's just timing, or you did something somewhere to make the wall thicker.
The thing that I'll do is probably this next time is do all the same thing for sure. Probably add more water. Thinking about getting some kind of sensors to put in the ground to tell me my moisture in the ground.
Yeah, because, all that water's got to go somewhere. If it's going 20 pounds a day, and you can put more water on it, and it goes 25, something's got to go in it.
Speaking of water, in our row crops, we can overwater. Do you think that there's a stage where you may be overwatering?
I could tell that with the sensors.
Yeah.
I have a moisture gauge I stick in there. It's like, I could use some.
That sensor, you could tell when it stopped drawing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be neat.
I'd have to look up on how to use it.
Oh, we got a guy.
Got a guy?
We got a guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
We got a guy. All right, so we talked a lot about taking care of the plant, making sure the plant's in good shape, pollinating it, picking out your pumpkin, getting rid of your third vine, sucker vines. Talk about caring for the pumpkin itself, because I'm sure once the fruit comes along, you got to baby it.
Yeah, what I do, and everybody's different. Okay, all I can tell you is what I do is the one thing I try to do is keep the stem and the blossom in parallel or horizontal. So you kind of got to adjust your pumpkin that way. Okay. Also, you've got to put something that, as this thing grows, your vine's going to stay there, and it's going to grow towards your vine and, of course, out. So you have to be able to move this thing after it gets 800 pounds. So take some mill fabric. You put 2 pieces of mill fabric together, a bed of sand, and then you rest your pumpkin on that. And as it grows, I have a contraption a buddy of mine made that we can just put what do you call it? Come along to it, and we just come along it out and just slide it back. Because that pumpkin will pick itself. It'll
Right, yeah, it gets enough tension on there. Or
Well, it'll bend that vine, and it'll pick itself right off.
Really?
So,
boy, that would be detrimental.
so you're out there, you're shaking the vine, make sure you got some kind of slack in there. Put some.
And when the pumpkin gets this big, how big is the root?
The roots. Heck,
It's a tree stump.
yeah, it's a stump. They call it a stump for a reason. I've seen big ones. But mine's always been real big. The plant that didn't make it this year had the biggest, prettiest plant you'd ever with. It was huge. The leaves were like that. The stems on the leaves were like that big around. It's huge, but it couldn't grow a pumpkin. So, taking care of it daily. Once it starts to grow, you put a sheet on it. You don't want the sun to dry out the skin because you don't want to split. It's going to have some natural growth splits after it gets around 1,000 pounds, but you spray alcohol on that, keep the fan on it, keep it dry. I actually had a sheet on it, and then I built a little tent that protected it on top of that.
These pumpkins are cared for so
They
well.
are. Yeah.
Very well.
So,
Riggs, where are you in relation to the pumpkin?
Yeah.
If y'all listeners are listening, I hit the bottom of the table because this is where I'm at.
That's why you're dressed like that.
Exactly. I'm trying
trying to be
Dad, take care of me.
Something else that might be interesting is first year, I knew I was going to need a shade cloth because the southern sun is brutal. Mm-hmm. Most of these pumpkins are grown North Tennessee. It just is. So I knew I had to have shade cloth, so I bought some 50% shade cloth, and it wasn't big enough to cover both plants. And everywhere the sun was touching that I didn't have protection, it fried the leaves.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
So this year I added 10 foot to that, and still I had some damage. But
So you have won the last 2 years the prettiest pumpkin.
right,
Right. Okay. And I think that's kind of what we're talking about a little bit here in helping it in the formation, right? I mean,
Right. Well,
getting it staged correctly.
but one of the criteria for that is orange. It needs to be orange. Now a lot of people grow green, squash. That it's just ugly pumpkins. We don't do that. Why? You know.
Yeah. It's got
They're probably more wanting the weight.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, for whatever reason. I like them pretty.
But there's little things you do along the way that kind of help it.
Yeah, well, just protect it. Big mistake. I was measuring my zipper, scratched it.
My goodness. This is crazy.
I was so upset.
See, you didn't cry because there's no crying and pumpkin
So now
growing.
gym shorts only when you're measuring the pumpkin.
You know, I
Warm
think
up or
about
something.
it's like you building a long dominoes train,
Yeah.
and you can
Yeah.
knock it over, and you're like, oh,
one
it's
one
done.
tiny
done.
little mess up. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
lot
We
that goes into
a funny story. The first time I went to Kentucky, we had it in the back of the truck. Yeah, and went into Buc-ee's. Come back to the pumpkin. Somebody used their fingernail and just scratched in it.
Oh my god.
Seeing if it was real. I mean, they look fake. I mean, they don't look like a real pumpkin sitting up there, and somebody scratched it. I was like, oh no. So
Ooh.
We got to get into the competition.
Well, hang on. Before we get
ahead.
there, I want to talk to you how you get there.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
this thing in the? Are you putting it in the back? You said the back of a truck.
we put it on the back of the truck.
I mean, if
Going
we, get,
to
if we
Kentucky,
get
by
any
the way.
bigger,
Yeah.
we can't go in a truck no more.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we want. That's a good problem to have.
Good problem to have. Got to find a
That's what we
flatbed.
want to do.
Include
Got some
truck.
friends at Greenville Steel, Greenville Metal Works. They brought the crane out. Had to get somebody at work, Jason Martyr, call him out. He made me a lift ring. What that is a ring that has 6 or 8 straps, and at the end of each strap there's a loop. But you just cradle that over the pumpkin, and you run a rope through, double it over, and cinch it up onto the bottom. And when they lift that ring up, it just kind of cradles the whole pumpkin and picks it up. We got pictures. I don't know if y'all show them.
Oh yeah, we'll show those for
I
sure.
think
You know,
I've seen they kind of use that at the fair.
At the way off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh,
way
yeah.
off.
I've seen that.
to me,
Yeah.
that's
I've watched
the-
the videos, the live stream.
Yeah.
That's the most stressful time is picking that pumpkin.
Oh, I
Because
bet.
you could have he could have worked all summer on this, and you feel the bottom and it's rotten.
Yeah, we had
We lifted it up and a mouse ran out.
we had some mouse holes under the layer of sand I had it there. A mouse dug in. I said, doggone it. I took what's endoscope or whatever you call it. Was looking down for them. Couldn't find them. But anyway, it ended up being 3 or 4 mice living under this thing.
But never touched the pumpkin.
They didn't.
Wow.
Lucky.
Wow.
But I got a way to stop that next year.
A cat.
No, not a cat. A cat,
That cat goes and scratches
Oh,
back.
I bet.
cayenne pepper.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna sprinkle that all around it. So,
That's how I got my dog to
Spicy
stop chewing
pumpkin.
on stuff too. Yeah.
yeah, this we had another friend of mine works out there, Lazy Boy. He built me a special pallet. We had the prettiest pallet too. This thing.
I mean, you've learned a lot since the first year. it
And
sounds
only
like.
yeah, I mean that's what's crazy. It's not like you've been doing this for a long time. You're year
know.
2, and you could write a book on this.
Yeah.
It's a,
I want him to get an Instagram started. I mean, people would
I ain't got
follow him.
time. You ain't got time. I do on my Facebook every Sunday. I was posting an update and the weights, but when it's got close to the weigh off, I forgot. I stopped putting the weights, the estimated weight.
That's right, yeah.
Because it's a competition.
That's right.
Yeah.
Speaking of that lifting it up, the competition, the guy that was at this competition that won it last year, he was weighing one at another weigh off this past weekend, and the rope broke.
Oh my God!
And it was about a foot off the ground, but it landed back on the pallet, and it didn't bust the pumpkin. But he won the competition. But it would have been tragic if it was damaged.
Oh man, that'd be devastating.
Can you imagine?
But you know the rules. There's no crying.
That's right. No crying and pumpkin growing.
Just take it.
Can we put that on a T-shirt?
Yeah.
It will probably be on one eventually.
So when you started growing the first year, did you know you were going to go to Kentucky to weigh in?
There was several.
Okay.
I didn't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. I didn't know which one. There's several in that month or so in Tennessee that I could reach. I mean, I wasn't going to go to Virginia or Minnesota or anything like that. Yeah. There's a few to choose from.
But that's the one you've been to twice now.
Right. I went to that one, and then I was planning on going to Aldart, Tennessee, with my second one that first year, but it didn't make it. Right. So, and my second one didn't make it this year either. So, well, I would like to weigh 2 one year.
Well, we've kind of talked about it already, but keeping the pumpkin safe from holes and scratches and all that stuff.
Right.
What I think Riggs mentioned this to us back when y'all were getting ready to go to the competition, that it doesn't take much to disqualify you, right?
Right. It's they really look at them real good. Actually, a guy that was, I think y'all probably, if y'all watched the live stream on the way off, there's one guy that was damaged. He just wanted to get weighed. It can't be over 3 inches big. And if it is over 3 inches big, it has to have some kind of, it's got to have some kind of callus over it. It's got to show signs of healing.
Recovery or something.
Yeah, and nothing can be inside the cavity. I had several splits on my pumpkin, which put the alcohol to it, put the fan to it, and they calloused over real good. So sprayed Daconol for fungicide. Kept that on the blossom end. My first pumpkin, actually, the blossom end started to rot, and I cut it off and put the alcohol and Daconol to it, and it healed up fine.
How quick will it heal?
You can tell in a couple of days if it's doing good. I mean, if it's stopped getting soft, you can tell it's going the wrong way for you, too, in a couple of days.
Would you say that they're stronger than we think? I think it's...
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, I mean,
you can even see that with like a regular pumpkin. Like, those things are pretty.
They are.
They're pretty
stout.
well built.
Yeah,
I think of when we've thrown them before.
Yeah, they didn't do what I wanted.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. So,
well, what's the atmosphere like at this? I mean, there's a lot of other events going on at this fair, right? I mean,
yeah, it's they talking to the director. They want a 2,000-pound pumpkin there. They upped the prize money to $2 a pound for the winner. Last year it was $1 a pound. This year it's $2 a pound. They want a big pumpkin because it's a big event.
yeah.
I mean, they got your stadium seats all up. I mean, it's not an arena by no means, but it's got the bleachers all set up, and they got the MC there doing his thing, talking to everybody. But it's pretty exciting.
Is there any smack talk?
No. Miss Kentucky's there. That's always fun.
That's why Riggs went.
I haven't been yet.
No, I was talking to Smack Talk. The community, they're very nice. Yeah. Anybody that grows knows the struggle, and that I've reached out to a ton of folks, especially my guy that I get my seeds from. But they will help you in any way they can. Like a competitor of mine, he actually offered to sell my pumpkin for me, so I didn't have to go back up to Kentucky and pick it up in 2 weeks. And he did it all on his own. He picked it up, he stored it, he took it to West Virginia, and he sold it to Dollywood, actually. And it's in Dollywood now.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that picture.
Yeah, that's what
Getting a little recognition, bringing some love back to Greenville, Mississippi.
Exactly.
I saw that.
It's pretty cool. It's just I've never seen so many pumpkins. There's small pumpkins everywhere, but then you go to this one spot and it's
Giant pumpkin.
over 1,000-pound
So it's
pumpkins
other-
just sitting
a lot of
around.
other
Yeah.
ones there.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one guy there that had like 8 different 1,000-pound pumpkins there.
Wow.
Right.
So while we're talking about, before we get into the actual, I want to talk about the weights from year 1, the weights from year 2, but you're talking about having to go to Kentucky to do this. We've got a couple of good fairs in Mississippi. Do you think maybe you could bring the competition of pumpkin grow into Mississippi?
Make pumpkins
Founder.
great again.
Make pumpkins great again. That's right. Well, the Pumpkin Commonwealth, the Great Pumpkin Commonwealth, is
The old GPC.
yeah.
Yeah.
They I don't know. They're their owner of the pumpkin competition. So I mean, yeah, you can have pumpkin competitions, but they've got to register as a site.
So you just need to go through them, get them involved with our fairs here.
Well, the fair would have to ask
Oh, I got
them
you. I
to
got you.
become.
I think we've got enough.
You're the
connections
facilitator.
here. I think we
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah.
could
Yeah.
help you out here.
Right. If you want to be official way off, you have to go through the
their steps.
GPC. And you register you just go online and register as a site, and they'll tell you what you need to have, the certified scale or whatnot.
We were talking.
But yeah, it'd be nice to take it to Jackson rather than Kentucky.
Because that's I think we may have to get the message to the commissioner and see
work
if
on
he
that.
can
Help him out, Riggs.
Oh, I'm all in.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't go to the Kentucky because it's 8 hours away, and they leave on a Friday, don't get back on a Tuesday, and all that. So.
Yeah, in Kentucky, I was there from Mississippi. There's another grower from Georgia, South Georgia. He was there.
Indiana.
Yeah, I mean they come from all around.
Yeah, I was showing your winners. What was it? Kentucky. What was it? Wisconsin. Goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I don't even know where that is on the map.
Wisconsin?
Yeah. Is that east?
Oh, but they won at the Indiana State Fair.
Let's see where you see Indiana.
Oh,
State
yeah,
Fair.
yeah. Number 3.
That should be all
Kentucky
Kentucky's.
State Fair. Yeah.
I don't know why Indiana.
Well, we'll reach out.
don't
We'll
know
reach
why
out to the
it's there.
GPC. We'll see if we can't get Commissioner Gibson on the podcast. And if we do get him on the podcast, I think we bring up the pumpkin competition because that would be
Yeah.
nice. And think about how much bigger of a pumpkin you could grow if you just had to take it a couple hours down the road.
Right, well,
But
no
it's
problem.
not just, Kentucky don't just do pumpkins. They do tomatoes.
That's right, yeah.
Gourds,
No.
everything. I
Yeah.
think
I mean,
you could,
we got like watermelon capital of the world down South Mississippi. We'll pour watermelons into this. I mean, we could
Yeah.
make this a big deal.
I think
Can
the state watermelon record holder he goes to Tennessee to weigh.
Yeah, we got to bring that here.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
I'd love to see it.
We got to bring that here.
I'll be the first one to sign up.
That's right. Oh, you're gonna be leading it up.
Director.
The director. All right, so I want to recap your weights. So year 1, what pumpkin what'd you take to Kentucky?
1,016 pounds.
Okay, and that placed you first in Mississippi, of
First
course.
in Mississippi, second at that competition, and I got the Howard Deal Award.
Howard Deal Award.
Right.
And in year 2,
State
this
record.
past yeah.
State record, yeah. Year 2, I got 1390, second place, Kentucky, but got the Howard Deal Award there. And that was a state record also.
re-broke the state record.
Yeah.
Was there a state record before?
438.
438.
Yeah, so doubled
That's
it.
right. Okay, we talked about that earlier.
It
Doubled
was
it and then
smashed.
tripled,
What
year-
and tripled it year 3.
That's 2014, I think.
Okay.
And I don't think he took his to a way off. He went through the route of certified scale.
I got you.
They
Had a little asterisk next to it. Next to
well,
his
I
state
mean,
record.
they don't frown on it. I mean, the guy just didn't have nowhere to go.
Right.
But that's how you get official weight. You got to have a certified scale and signed off on all that.
430. He wasn't serious enough.
That's right. Yeah.
Nah.
That would probably
Rookie.
weigh 430 right there. A little baby
I picked
pumpkin.
one of those last week.
Somebody did pick your.
Yeah, somebody. I don't know.
We got a pumpkin thief?
What?
Yeah,
we do?
well, I don't know. I told so many people to come out and just get. I grew up a small patch Harvest a lot of seeds off these heirloom pumpkins. You see, all these pumpkins came from my patch. I just broadcast them out, tilled them in, watered them whenever chance I get, and threw a few giant seeds out there. And I got a couple giant pumpkins out there, and I was telling people, hey, don't leave them alone. We come back from vacation, one of them's gone. No,
It was probably, what,
I don't know.
80, 100 pounds? 80
Yeah.
pounds, 100 pounds?
Oh,
So, like, how big's a 100-pound pumpkin? Okay.
okay.
Well, the 127, you can look at.
Oh, yeah, you got the picture.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Well, the 172, you can see the picture.
Yeah, the first one. That's
I mean,
pretty
that
large.
should still be pretty easy
I
to
haven't-
roam the streets of Greenville and look for that rascal
I
on
haven't-
somebody's front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never handled one that size. That's the first picture on the page.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think last year, Riggs and I was giving pumpkins away, and we was like, let's give them this one. They had to haul it out of the car, you know. And me and Rick couldn't pick it up.
Yeah, I know.
So what's the future? What's the goal?
The goal is I want to break 1,500 pounds for, that's my number one goal. I'd like to hit the 2,000 pound mark.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be high water mark for me. That's my next real goal.
That's first place material right there.
Right.
In Kentucky.
Yeah.
What's missing? I mean, what do you think you've got to do that?
We're only on year 2.
I know. I mean, but he's already got a wealth of knowledge.
Oh, I know.
So,
Well, the only thing I did different between the year before and this year, I added some gin trash in my patch. I got a better watering system, which and another thing I'm gonna do this year is I'm gonna somehow figure out how to do my pH. I think my pH in my well water is a little too high.
Oh wow. Yeah.
So if I get my pH under control,
Definitely a lot of iron.
We get the moisture meter out there where you can see
what's it doing?
ideal.
and I think it's a lot of little things. I don't think it's anything drastic,
Right.
but a lot of little things that I think
Right.
are going to help.
And I concentrated on my soil health. I'm able to control my fungicides or the powdery mildew and my insects. I kind of got that down for now. Kind of got a regiment for that. So just watering and getting the proper nutrients and soil health.
Do the seeds get any bigger than a 2,000 bred with a 2,000 pound pumpkin? Could
No.
you go? Okay, I was about to say that's not a.
The size of the seed really doesn't.
Okay.
No. It's really not too much bigger. I mean, they're a thick, healthy seed now.
But you going to just stick to pumpkins?
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, everybody goes, grow a watermelon. Well,
a whole
I ain't
different
got this.
strategy.
I ain't got this one done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Break these records.
That's
and then,
right.
Then we'll start with
right.
another one.
When I start failing to beat my personal best, maybe we'll change things.
Has your success sparked any competition in the state? Do you know of anybody else?
None.
This podcast is going to inspire
That's
some
right.
people.
That's right. We have a lot of
Yeah.
listeners.
I have.
You know who his biggest fan is? Jeff Horn.
Really?
Absolutely.
He just
Well,
called me. He just called me. I'm
Should
going
have piped him in.
to have to tell him.
Yeah, I've got a couple of Wesley McGall. He owns Shipley Donuts in Greenville. He's like, we need a wait now. I was like, I can't give it till this evening. You know, he wants to know. I mean, my Facebook friends are, they really like it. I think.
You got
it's fun
you got
to
the
follow.
community rooting for you
do.
here.
Yeah.
He would come over here to Greenwood once a week, and we'd get a pumpkin
And update us. That's right. Because the first time he told me that thing was growing 27 pounds a day, I called him a liar.
Yeah, we didn't believe it.
I
We didn't believe it until
absolutely.
he brought
Yeah.
in the stats.
The receipts. We have the
Yeah,
receipts now,
receipts.
Rick. I apologize for doubting you.
Yeah.
Pictures and everything.
I apologize for doubting you.
So, but
Well, I mean, I think it's something to be proud of for sure. But I think of
I'm excited.
Is it Guinness? Is that how you say
Guinness?
it?
Guinness
Book of World Records, and people are taking like ordinary tasks and hobbies and just taking it to another level.
Right. You might want to mention this week that the world record was broken this past weekend, 18 pounds.
Oh, my goodness.
You know, I think you're not that far away from that. Is that? I mean, to me, I know it's 1,000 pounds, but like, I don't know. I kind of
You're halfway there.
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't know. I think that I wouldn't have been surprised if you would have said like 4,000 pounds.
right. Well, yeah, I mean,
It's in the twos. You're going to get there.
It could be in the Mississippi dirt.
it could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Gin trash, Mississippi dirt.
That could be
That's
your
a winner,
that could
winner.
be your X factor because that guy, because you said where he's from, England. What'd you
Yes.
say? Yeah, he doesn't have gin trash.
Right.
He can grow it. He can grow that pumpkin without gin
Well,
trash.
none of these pumpkin growers has gin trash.
Go
They have compost now.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but I just seen tomato plants growing in gin trash.
They're
pretty good. That's pretty
a
that's
darker,
impressive.
a different green than any other tomato I've ever
That's
seen.
I mean, that might be my ace in a hole. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Well, United States, what's the biggest pumpkin?
27.
Okay, so
something.
just under that 28.
Right. He was the world. He was.
He grew it for 2 more days, and that makes a big difference in the competition,
Well,
right? You know,
Yeah. Well, Travis Ginger is the one that has the United States record. Was the world record holder, but I just saw a post he had. His didn't make it that well this year, and he's like, I'm about to give it up because all the time and effort, and then it rots. He can't cry, but he can quit.
I was going to ask
quit.
if you told him, like, you do realize you can't cry.
But you know, he has videos out there. He's very nice. He reaches out to anybody, or he'll talk to anybody that reaches out to him. I mean, all of them do. So
Well,
Rapid fire.
I'm gonna
him
kind
with
of
some.
close it with a question right here. I just asked ChatGPT, how many pumpkin pies could you make with a 1,362 pound pumpkin? Is that what it was?
1390.
1,390. How many? How many do you think?
There's an answer.
There's an answer.
552.
I-536.
ChatGPT says 375 pumpkin pies.
Well, we figured you were going to.
375
Well,
pumpkin pies.
they don't know that mine's 18% heavy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay.
That thing's going by OTT weight.
I have learned so much today that I may never apply in life, but I can't. I'm so excited to be able to just have conversations about pumpkin competition. Next time I go somewhere and there's a pumpkin competition, I'm going to dive right into the midst of it and just start spitting off.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do.
Oh,
Not
boy.
edible, right?
Yeah, but I looked it up too. It's
Yeah.
like I'll eat this thing, but
Yeah.
they say the meat's real stringy.
Okay.
You need like a sugar pumpkin or what do you call it? Butternut squash.
Mm-hmm.
There's pumpkin pie pumpkins out there. Not
And this is not one of them.
no.
You mentioned the name earlier in the podcast. You do name your pumpkins.
Peaches. That's what this. I had peaches, and I was going to have sweetness, but sweetness didn't make
Okay.
it.
And how do you get inspired?
Well, my wife had a shirt on. Had
Just the-
peaches, Georgia peach on it, or something like that. And my friend was calling her peaches all the time. I said, "Well, we're gonna name a pumpkin peaches."
There you go.
And anyway, I call his wife. She's so sweet, Wendy Brown. She's so sweet, so that's gonna name one after her too. So
Well, if any listeners have any recommendations for pumpkin names, you can send them to us at onthetailgate@wadeinc.com. We'll get them to Mr. Danny, and maybe you'll get your name thrown in the hat for next year. We'll see. Could be the 2000 pumpkin. Could be it.
The list is long.
The list is long. Better be a good one. Better be a good one. Last minute thoughts? Any last minute questions? Anything we missed?
Do you give your pumpkins pep talks during the season?
There's videos.
We're gonna need to see some of those.
You know, I even
Rub on them?
You know, it's like what
There's a
about
video of him
some-
rubbing on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
spend so much time with
I
them.
do. I mean, I was going to put some music. Like, do I want rock and roll to encourage, or do I want classic?
I have
rock?
heard of that with plants before.
Dude, that may be the ticket.
It may be.
Maybe blues. That'd be a sad pumpkin.
That'd be a sad pumpkin.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just been fun.
I have thoroughly
I
enjoyed
have
this.
well, you know, if I kept one in state, I could drop it from a crane. That would be cool.
That would be fantastic.
Well, have y'all cut into one of those Not that size, I guess, because it always goes and is shown.
Well, the one that was damaged last year,
yeah.
I did cut. I got pictures of that. The walls are like that thick.
Really?
There.
Wow.
Yeah. I was going to harvest
It's about
the
a
seeds.
foot.
Have you ever seen these newborn photos where the little baby, they cut the little leg holes and they put the baby inside
I
the
saw
pumpkin?
it. You could put rigs.
Could we do that with rigs?
It looked just like that. It looked just. Get back in camera.
We got to see that. We got to see that.
Boy, we got to wrap this up. We're getting out of hand.
man.
We're getting out of hand. Well, look, Mr. Danny.
Yeah.
Cannot thank you enough.
Well, thank y'all for having me. I really enjoyed it.
No, it's been fun.
Fantastic conversation. Looking forward to dropping this episode on Halloween too, which is great timing. So, all the pumpkin information one could need. So we do appreciate it.
Well,
and,
thanks a lot.
And maybe we'll have you again next time with that 2,000-pound pumpkin.
yeah.
Yeah, we're going for it.
Put it right here.
Good deal. Well, any questions, comments, concerns, again, reach us on the tailgate at wadeinc.com. Or if you want to see the picture of Riggs in the giant pumpkin, let us know.
We can make it happen.
Until then, we'll catch you next time on the tailgate.